The U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, that country's Minister of External Relations, on Monday, November 17, 2025, made a phone call to President Biya in Yaoundé to congratulate him on his recent inauguration following his victory at the October 12, 2025 presidential poll. The press release was issued by Principal Deputy Spokesperson Tommy Pigott. According to the release, the President and the Secretary discussed deepening the partnership between the United States and Cameroon to advance shared goals, including strengthening security as well as achieving regional peace and prosperity for both nations. The Secretary commended Cameroon for its role as a partner in the fight against terrorism. Meantime, the Secretary of State's phone call to President Biya is significant in a number of ways. Given that Biya's re-election and inauguration were controversial, this high-level acknowledgement from a major world power carries symbolic weight, and it is happening at a time when 9 U.S. lawmakers have written to the same Secretary of State expressing electoral concerns in Cameroon of all sorts. Secretary Rubio has ignored his compatriots and gone on to give the Cameroonian leader full pass marks. It gives President Biya both legitimacy and recognition, and clearly means engaging with the president's government to prioritize stability in the country. For the U.S., Cameroon is geopolitically consequential, being at the center of the Gulf of Guinea. Meanwhile, diplomatic relations between these two countries goes back to January 1, 1960, on the same day that the French-administered Cameroon gained independence. The U.S. Consulate General in Yaoundé was elevated to an embassy, thus formalizing the diplomatic ties. President Biya has visited the U.S. 4 times for reasons that include an official working visit to the White House in February 25 to 28, 1986, on the occasion of which he met with President Ronald Reagan. The Cameroonian leader has also participated in 2 U.S.-Africa Leaders Summits and 2 trips to New York to attend sessions of the UN General Assemblies. Ever since, relations have blossomed between the two to include cooperation on a range of issues, notably health, regional security, and economic development. On September 16 to 20, 2025, the U.S. Africa Command Commander, General Galvin Anderson, led a visit to Cameroon in which he identified partnerships and coordination as key to the effort of countering escalating terrorism in Cameroon and in the wider sub-region. In the same breath, the U.S. has continued to maintain a military presence and to provide support to the Cameroonian military in the North region, principally at the contingency location Garoua, from where U.S. soldiers are countering Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa. Equally, Ronald Trump's country, in more security cooperation, has been helping Cameroon and other partners to counter terrorism in the Lake Chad Basin area. In recent times, both countries collaborated in the fight against terrorism, with the U.S. government arresting and indicting several U.S.-based Cameroonians for allegedly providing material support for kidnappings and the use of weapons of mass destruction in a foreign country, which is Cameroon. Furthermore, the U.S. has been working with its partners, including Cameroon, to secure the Gulf of Guinea, which is an Eldorado for pirates, illegal fishing, and illicit trafficking.